My name is Jeremy Huffstickler, and I'm a human research test subject who's been forced into transhumanism. If you're going to church today, let the preacher know that God didn't start crushing our babies to death at night. It just creates sudden infant death syndrome. And He didn't start creating children defective and creating the appearance of autism or vaccine injury, learning disabilities, behavioral disorders. That this wireless brain neuron research program, MK Ultra COINTELPRO style blame placing scenarios, or the targeted individual program, the cyber torture program, and the wireless torture program is being used on the children as part of this silent war being hid behind the rules of covert human research. And the signs of the children being in this research program are just being mislabeled. Autism, vaccine injury, learning disabilities, behavioral disorders. Let your preacher know to go to the targeted individual group sites on Facebook and read down through there, because the AI consumer product researchers are using voice of God technology like communication, all kinds of subliminal communication through psychotronic frequencies to make people feel, taste, and smell like they've been poisoned, and using this dirty electricity and direct energy coming from the fiber optic grid and electrical grid and everything attached to them to wireless torture us human research test subjects, while blaming local law enforcement officers and preachers so that they can set the AI combat program in a targeted individual is a human research test subject that is buying into the COINTELPRO MK Ultra style blame placing scenarios of this covert human research program. It was an AI consumer product researcher that was using the body of a targeted individual to shoot up that school in Texas, more than likely, and kill all those little kids, so that they could get some preacher to misspeak and say that God sets challenges in our lives to test our faith, and God does no such thing. But the corporation owners waging this silent war are absolutely doing that. And to get the preachers to misspeak and condemn themselves and turn other people away from God. And the microchips that were put in me at hospitals will absolutely prove every word I've been saying. But if you go to the targeted individual groups and look through there, keep in mind that that's the Manchurian candidate making program, but it's that all those blame placing scenarios are ran to us to make it easy for the synthetic thought audio, which is the audio of agreement with what the AI consumer product researchers saying through voice of God technology, to be able to pull the AI combat program over the consciousness of the targeted individual. And if you go to the clairvoyant pages on Facebook, all those people think that they're psychic, but these technologies are really being used on them. And I can say that because after sinus surgery when I was a kid, I thought I was psychic because of the Google Earth overhead live view and camera footage, I guess, from baby monitors and TVs in the house, cameras in the TV, or the direct TV receiver, showing what people were doing in houses and stores. But the people who are psychic, most of them don't want to believe that they're not special and that they have technology being used on them. But they're saying the same thing that the target individual groups are saying, and the same thing that us human research test subjects are saying. And you can go to the EMF sensitive groups on Facebook, because a lot of EMF sensitive people are also speaking up about these frequencies coming up from the fiber optic grid and electrical grid. I'm not the only one. We have human rights groups that are talking about the wireless torture program and forcing of man into transhumanism, some of them. And the United Nations, NATO, and the European Union